Hi guys, this is Pertaining to Rose. That there happens to be Jumpin' Joel Bean.
Hi, folks.
I'm Pertaining to Rose. She's Jumpin' Joel Bean.
Hi, guys.
She's got some sausage and onions going on there. She's gonna make some sausage gravy, and we're gonna have it over toast because we're not doing biscuits. But that's okay. I wanted to show you the lard we rendered and canned. We did not get a chance to do a video on it. We should have. I wanted to get that in the light so you can see how white and pretty that looks. So we're excited to do that. We got 1.5 quart. That one will probably go right in the fridge. But I got good seals on all of them. Yes, I took my rings off because if you leave the rings on, it can cause pressure on your seal, which will cause your seal to pop and then you don't know it. And this back here is the chitlins, or what some people call cracklins. And that will go to the chickens because they love that kind of stuff. If you're wondering what that back there is extra sour sauerkraut brine that we had done up when we did our sauerkraut, and we want to do them too. But today's video, we're gonna work on. Yeah, go ahead, Joel.
We're gonna can sausage gravy, so that when we're just having our days where we just don't want to, we can grab it and heat it up and make some toast or biscuits or mashed potatoes, and voila, there's supper. So we're going to can it. Now, this is not USDA recommended.
No, we're rebel canners.
We're from the old school, and my mom did this stuff my whole life. So,
yes. And they never had...
My grandma did it.
They never had those pressure canners, and no, they used regular canning pots.
Yeah, and my mom said that her mother did it before her, so I'm going to say that I'm going to roll the dice.
Yep.
We're all big people here, and anybody who don't want to eat it, I'm all right with that too. They don't have to, but I have never seen any of them pushed away from the table when I've made something.
No.
So
we're excited.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing. It's harder for us to figure out meals because I've changed eating habits.
Yeah, talk about your diet.
Well, I've been on this carnivore life change. I don't like calling it a diet because that means I'm going to stop it. And the truth of the matter is, I feel so much healthier, and I've been able to give up some of my medicines since I went on this carnivore eating habit. You can eat any meat you want to. I eat dairy products. I eat lots of protein. I'm never hungry. I'm always very much satisfied with what I'm eating. I've lost 50 pounds so far. Mm-hmm. I probably would like to lose another 40 to 50 pounds. And then I just want to maintain. But I know that I feel better and I have more energy since I've been on this diet. Since I've changed my lifestyle. So I'm hoping that that'll continue on. So this is something that the sausage, of course, is from the pig. The only thing I guess I probably shouldn't eat is onions, but I'm not like a stickler. I do throw in onions and stuff in my food because I'm an onion-holic. And yeah, and I throw garlic and stuff in it.
And this was our pig that we raised.
Yes, we raised this pig.
And yes, we did name him. We named him Blueberry. Sometime we called him Scary Blueberry because he would about run you over to get to his slop.
But we also knew we get animals, and when we get them, we know that they're pets or they're food. And so we put it in our head that this is going to be food, this is going to be our pet. And so it's easier to do it if you do it that way. And so that's how we do it. We always knew Blueberry was going to be in the freezer. It gets...
he filled 3 freezers.
Yeah. With my health, I kind of started feeling like it wasn't just things I was doing. But the foods I was eating were not maybe the healthiest because I didn't know where they were coming from.
Right.
So Rose and I, pertaining to Rose and I, talked about it, and we decided to raise a pig ourselves. And that way we would know where the pig meat came from.
Right.
We would know that the pig had a healthy, happy life, that it was fed well, that it was well taken care of. It wasn't in slop up to its belly. It didn't, it wasn't mistreated. So that's why I think it's important to know where your food's coming from, because I started reading labels. Oh, Lord, don't go down that rabbit hole. If you've never been down that rabbit hole, oh, Lord, don't do it. Because I went down that rabbit hole and now I'm scared of everything. Well, not scared of it, but I found that most of the things I thought I was doing good and being healthy with are really bad for you. So I'm thinking I'm doing good by going, with, well, I won't name any products by name, but I thought I was doing good because I gave up soda and I went to other things that are supposed to be more healthy for you to drink. And only to find out that they had so many additives and stuff that were not healthy.
Lots of dyes.
Yeah.
Lots of different colored dyes.
And when I don't, I used to watch a lot of documentaries, and I stopped that because then I get like, you can't do that, you can't eat that, you can't. But pretending to Rose, she does too.
Yes.
So if I don't see it, she does. So between us, I'm going to be healthy if it kills me.
Right.
So that's, but for now, we're going to do this, and then we're going to can it, and we're going to show you the process of canning it. And of course, this is going to be homemade sausage gravy. And that way we can make it for breakfast. Pertaining to Rose and I like to travel a lot. We found that we can can a bunch of meals. My husband can look in the cupboard when we're not here, and he's still eating well because he's a diabetic. So I like to make sure that he's still eating well. So by doing it this way, we know where his food's coming from too.
Right.
So it's a healthier way to do it for all of us. I know most people thinks it takes too much time to can stuff, but the difference in taste between something that we've cooked and canned ourselves and something we bought in the store it's such a difference that for me and for Rose, it's worth our time and effort.
Okay, I'm going to pause here.
Alrighty. Okay, so I've mixed up some milk and cornstarch to put in with my sausages.
How much cornstarch did you put in there?
4 heaping forks.
Okay.
Because I'm making a big batch.
People are going to want to know.
Yeah, and
especially if they've never made it before. Now, we did not drain the grease off of there.
It was not very greasy at all for sausage. Normally, sausage is really greasy. But this was not. And I think there again, it was because it was a better grown pig. It was more homegrown. Now, I'm going to have to put more milk and stuff in here because it's really thick. And it hasn't even got a chance to start thickening up yet.
That is not quite a full heat. It's probably halfway.
Yeah.
On the gas stove there.
Yeah. And you let it...
And cooking is different on an electric stove or an induction stove, just to let you know.
Yeah.
It's like having to relearn how to cook. When we grew up on gas.
Yeah. And I've even actually cooked on a wood stove.
Yeah.
More than I have an electric, and I've never cooked on an induction. And pertaining to Rose's sister, tried to make me cook on an induction stove. And you can't even turn them on unless you have a certain kind of pan. And it looks like you're running a spaceship when you look at your stove, and I'm old. I'm too old to learn all them new tricks. Just give me a wood stove or a gas stove and turn me loose and I can cook almost anything.
Right.
But I can't do all that craziness of trying to learn. Well, she didn't even know what kind of stove it was.
Yeah, well,
So-
when she got that place, she didn't know what kind of stove it was, and
So she's like, well, there's a book there, learn how to use it, because she went with pertaining to Rose. They all went to Cozumel.
Belize.
Belize. Oh, Cozumel was last year.
Yeah.
Or the year before. And I stayed and took care of the cat. And so I was not aware. So, but I wasn't going to read a book to cook. I mean, I've read a cookbook already for instructions on cooking, but I'm not going to read a book to learn how to turn on the stove.
Right.
So, because that's craziness. It's going to need more milk.
Yeah, because it's already starting to,
Really get that thick.
yeah, starting to stick to the bottom a little bit. There you go.
Yeah. And we've got a lot of sausage in freezer, and we're going to need that space because we still got bacon and sausage. I mean, and
The Amish are curing the bacon for us.
we got bacon and bologna and stuff coming yet. So I'm going to we're going to cook up the sausage and make it into
Yeah,
stuff that we can.
that's
save the room
all
in the
sausage
freezer.
down through there. All sausage. The other two freezers is filled with ham shanks, or what we call ham hocks, neck roast and stuff like that.
And we
Stew
will
roast.
we will be doing northern beans and ham hocks, maybe Monday.
Yeah, that's what they call ham and white bean soup.
Yeah, and we'll be doing a video on that too.
Because that's my day off, and she wants me down here to videotape her.
You don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take your phone and videotape it, and I'll have Kathy videotape it for us. And then you can upload it and stuff when you're done hiding.
She doesn't want me to make my ham and bean soup. I make the best ham and bean soup.
Do you want to make it on Monday? And I'll videotape
That's
you?
my day off.
Okay, then. You can make it another day. Okay, we're
Yeah.
not doing it Monday.
And yes, we come from a culture that doesn't measure anything.
Oh, I apologize. I'm so sorry.
She just, we're going by look and feel here. That's why she's just dumping in as she needs it.
Yeah, my mom never used a measuring cup or a measuring spoon, and I kind of learned from her. My other siblings all use measuring spoons and measuring cups, and I get a little confused when I try to do it that way because, like even when I make dough, I just do it by feel. I know when my meatloaf feels like it's enough, all the ingredients. People will ask me, well, how much of this, how much of I say I don't know, and they think I'm trying to keep a secret. I don't have any secrets, and I definitely don't have any recipe secrets, but I just have always done it. It's always just been done.
Yeah, we just add as we go.
Yeah. See, now this
And we
is going
like
to be
coming
nice.
we like coming up with creations too.
Oh, yes. Yes. I will wake up and I'll say to Rose, Rose, let's. And she'll be like, oh, that does sound good. Or she'll say to me, oh, you know what I thought about? Because we do a lot of work when we're sleeping.
Yeah.
You know? Well, our brains don't shut off. I think it's a family trait because, of course, we're related. And we both do that. Get up in the morning and we're like, you know what I thought of? You know, and I'm thinking the whole time, well, I should have been thinking about sleep. But instead, I've come up with, you know, like for some reason, I know this sounds hard to believe, I'd never in my life had chicken and waffles.
I had.
So the other day, I decided that I woke up and I'm like, I need chicken and waffles. So I made chicken and waffles, and now I know that I've really been missing something.
Yes, they're very, very good.
They're
if
very
you do
good.
them right. And no, it's not a chicken leg sitting on top of a waffle either.
No, no.
Don't do that.
I took a roasted chicken. Rose had roasted a chicken the night before, and I pulled all the leftover meat off of it, and then I made homemade chicken gravy, and I made homemade waffles, and we put the chicken gravy and chicken over the waffle. And
I went to a restaurant, and I really liked this restaurant until I got chicken and waffles one time. And I was so depressed to see a drumstick sitting on top of a waffle with a little tiny bowl of thick, horrible gravy beside it.
yeah,
And I'm like, what is this? And they said, that's your chicken and gravy. I said, your chicken and waffles. I said, that's not what chicken and waffles is. Definitely not. So whoever the cook was had no clue what it was. I was kind of depressed because I was looking forward to a really good chicken and waffle meal, and was not what I had expected.
I find that happens to us a lot.
Yeah. Usually if you shred the chicken with a fork and then make your gravy and mix it all together, and it's very, very good. And you can flavor it however you want. Put it over top of your homemade waffles. Don't use store-bought waffles. It doesn't taste the same.
No, our waffles were the best part of it.
Yeah.
Because once you put the gravy and stuff on it, it turned to like riblets.
Is that thickening up?
Oh, yeah.
So she's keeping stirring because it will burn to the bottom real bad.
And it'll ruin the whole batch.
Yeah, it'll ruin the flavor of it.
It'll all taste burnt.
So you have to kind of like keep stirring. Anything with gravy like that, you want to keep stirring it.
For the longest time, I couldn't make gravy to save my soul. And I couldn't figure out why. And then one day, probably 30 years ago, but one day it just came to me. And I've been able to do it ever since. And I guess I'm just really blockheaded. Things just don't go in until they do. And then they're there.
Right.
But until, I don't know why I had such a block against making gravy. I think it's because I was using flour all the time.
Right.
And now I've changed to using
cornstarch.
And it's much easier for me. I don't wind up with those lumps. I hate a lumpy gravy. Well, I mean, it's got meat in it, so it's got lumps. But I don't want to bite into a lump of...
That's why you usually use a fork or a whisk to whisk your gravy so you don't get that lumpy... Yeah.
Yeah, I did that, but then in here, I'm not putting it in my pan. I used it.
Oh, yeah, we don't put metal in our pans.
Some of us don't.
Yes, some of us don't.
Some of us ruin my pans every time I buy a new set of pans.
Yeah, we won't say his name.
Yes.
He whose name is
not... he whose name is not mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he says, I don't know what you're talking about. Even when I took the pan and said, look... Okay.
Okay, this is where I'm going to pause. Okay, this is done. Oh, that looks so good. You're going to add a little pepper to it for your flavoring, a little salt if you want. It's such a good meal. You can have it over biscuits, or like a biscuits and gravy. You can have it over toast, which we're going to do tonight. I think we're going to do a big batch tomorrow and show you the canning process. So we'll do a separate video for that because there's not going to be enough leftovers. We're going to wind up eating all this. There's 3 of us, and I'm pretty sure that's a pretty big pot. I'm pretty sure we're going to wind up eating most of this. And we want a little bit of leftovers because this makes an awesome breakfast. Okay, I love you, YouTube. Bye.